This is McClure production.
What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. In today's episode, we are taking a look at the Juice Joint playing cards recently released by Doc's Playing Card Company. Now I mentioned in my Gatorbacks review that I had a couple of videos lined up that I was excited for, and this was definitely one of them. Not only is Doc's Playing Cards a company that I have a pretty long history with, but it's also a company that I'm personally invested in. I do a lot of work for Doc's Playing Cards. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
Right now, a little bit of history. What is Juice Joint? The Juice Joint playing cards are actually a parody deck, very similar to like the Glamour Nugget to the Golden Nugget. It's a deck that's based off of the design of an actual casino and supper club that used to be in Las Vegas. Now the original deck I believe was called the Silver Nugget or something of that variety, and the real versions of those decks are actually quite valuable, and sometimes in some cases I've actually seen them go for more than like a deck of Jerry's Nuggets on eBay. Not only does Mike have a lot of experience with casinos, but he's also the kind of guy that knows how to do a successful deck. He knows what people want to see. He knows how to use simplicity and leverage his experience in casinos to really put them together and create a nice deck of cards. And that's where we got the Juice Joint. If you guys remember, about 6 months ago, I actually did a trailer for the Juice Joint playing cards before the Kickstarter campaign. And for that, I was using the prototype, so I just couldn't wait to get my hands on the actual finished product, and I have to say, I am thrilled to have these. Let's look at them. The tuck box is done in matte and embossed cardstock. So the original tuck box was meant to just be a regular paper stock for the tuck. It was going to be very casino-esque, but this is just a huge step up. It's done in kind of an off-white and red vintage-looking matte finish, and I think it came out really, really good. As well, something that I love about it is that everything on it is embossed. Everything from the Juice Joint logo to the writing, the sides, everything has been embossed, and I think that's a really, really nice touch to make this a little bit extra from a typical casino deck. The front of the deck has the back design of the cards. You can see it's just the Juice Joint logo mirrored in the middle. Very, very, very spot on to what the original deck looked like. In fact, it's damn near the exact same minus the writing. Both sides of the deck say Juice Joint in this kind of vintage casino style font. The back design has like a flyer for Juice Joint, and as you can see, it says Speakeasy, Supper Club, and Casino. Free valet, fun and entertainment 24 hours a day. It's got a mock phone number and a mock address, which is also a really nice touch. And then has this kind of nice vintage style framework around it. And I think it came out really, really good. The top of the deck says North Las Vegas. And you can see it has a custom silver seal. And it's a nice long tax stamp seal. And I really, really love that. It has the Juice Joint logo, like the signage on it. And it is a numbered seal, which makes the deck, in my opinion, just a little bit more special. That seal came out flawless. I am so impressed with how good that came out. The detail is immaculate. You'd have to see it in person, but it looks good. And finally, the Juice Joint mantra, own the odds, is embossed on the inside tongue flap, just adding another layer of really, really elegant design to this tuck box. Let's take a look at the cards. All right, your back design looks like this. It has fairly thin, solid white borders. The back is done in a nice kind of crimson, bright red, and it has the mirrored Juice Joint logo. right there in the middle. You can also see that mirrored in the middle, it says North Las Vegas. In terms of like a standard casino deck, I really don't think you can do much better than just getting the logos in the middle with a nice color. It works for the Jerry's Nuggets. It definitely works for like the Glamour Nugget playing cards. I think it's just a really smart design because it's simple, yet it adds some vintage authenticity to the design. So it really does lend itself to things like cardistry, magic, and poker just because of the design. I think that's a huge advantage that this deck has. You get your classic Doc's playing cards Ace of Spades. It's just an enlarged spade pip, very, very big right there in the middle. And it has the title of the deck written across in kind of a banner. You've seen this with the Lit playing cards, you've seen this with the Hypnotic playing cards, you're seeing it now with the Juice Joint playing cards. It was on the Playa deck, which came out a while back. Most of the Doc's playing cards have that exact same Ace of Spades, just with the name of the deck, which I really like. It kind of creates a theme across Doc's playing cards, and I think it really helps with the collectability of all the decks. So far, the only decks that Doc's has produced that have not had that same theme are the Latin Quarters playing cards and the upcoming Lucky playing cards. But other than that, classic Doc's playing cards Ace of Spades, that's a win for me. Now this deck does not come with any jokers, and in a typical casino, you don't play with jokers anyway, so it kind of does make sense, but you do get some ad cards, which I think are really cool. One of them is an ad card for this fictional gambling hall slash supper club casino. It looks very similar to the back of the tuck box, only it's not embossed obviously on the playing card, but really cool. You could use that as a joker, or it just looks cool. The other one is a compliments of playing card, and you can see that it has some of the house mechanics. Now the house mechanics would be the dealers in the casino, the people that are handling the cards, and among them you might recognize some of these names. A lot of them stand out to me, but you'll notice Kyle McIntosh, aka Diesel Illusions, Simon Akers, of course, he did the early renders for the Slow Hands deck, and you'll notice that the very last name is Kier Gomes. So really exciting. That does add yet another layer of why this deck is so special to me. I love seeing decks that have my name on them, and this was one of the first ones, so very excited. Also, you'll see Tanner James as the pit boss. You guys might be familiar with him. He is the founder and owner of Ohana Casino playing cards, which will be coming soon, by the way. Ooh, God, I love these. All right, now as far as ad cards and gaff cards go, you are gonna get a blank card, which in casinos would be used as a cut card for dealing. And you're gonna get a double backer, which is not only my personal favorite ad card, but also very handy for magic tricks. The rest of the cards in the deck are completely bicycle standard, which is perfect for a casino style deck. They're completely regulation in every single way and feature no customization that would void this deck from being used in any casino. Now, obviously, I can't walk into a casino with my own deck of cards, but I love that the theme is casino, and that is really represented in the faces of the cards. I love standard faces. I think they're great. I prefer them in most cases. Just in general, I think really good idea. All right, now I can't wait to talk about how this deck feels in the hands. So there's your look at them. Let's switch angles and talk about how it handles. All right, now the handling of this deck is absolutely amazing. So it is printed on crushed premium stock, very similar to what a lot of companies are doing nowadays. This deck definitely feels a lot better than some of the other crushed premium decks that I've seen, and that's just luck of the draw. You kind of never know what you're gonna get in terms of the quality, but everything from the perfectly centered design, which is tough to do, to just the softness of the cards, the way they feel in the hands. I've been using this deck pretty much all week, and I have to say it feels remarkable still. It feels super good. It is fairly thin, similar to the Lit playing cards or the Hypnotic deck, or if you have the Orbits, or if you have the Black Roses. This deck feels very similar to all of those decks, but it does have a very, very unique, nice softness to it. I mean, all USPCC decks are soft, but this one just came out feeling so good and so satisfying. Here's that new dribble sound. Oh my God, listen to that. So good. As you can see, the cards spring very easily, not having any issues there. This is definitely a deck that you could use for things like cardistry And I think pretty much any flourish with like a casino deck, I mean, as we learned from the Jerry's Nuggets, casino decks are kind of ideal for cardistry. Not just in the simplicity, but just in the elegance and just the overall aesthetic, I have to say, looks really, really good. This is what the cards look like in a fan. Nothing special. You can see it's just some of that red coming through. But it looks really nice overall. I mean, red and white have a really good contrast, and I think that that helps when you're doing your fans. These cards fare best from bottom to top, which I think is pretty much consistent with most authentic casino decks. So really like that. Same thing kind of with the Black Roses hotel deck that I just reviewed. As well, this is not only a deck you could use for cardistry, but it has tons of application to Magic as well, because it's simple, it's really non-suspecting, but it looks great. Snappiness check. Ooh. Yes, very nice. These cards are definitely snappy as well. I wish that I could just like push them through the screen so you guys can see what I talk about when I talk about the handling, because this deck really feels so good. Ooh. The cards look like under pressure. Very nice. Let's do it the other way. Nice. This is just one of those decks that you want to play with all day long. And there you go. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode and my review of the new Juice Joint playing cards by Doc's Playing Cards. This deck also does come in black. The only reason I didn't review it is because I have not received the black Juice Joint deck with the upgraded Tux yet. But as you can see, it is essentially the exact same as the red Juice Joint, only done in black ink. It looks really good, very clean, and I think a lot of people are going to respond very well to this colorway. Now, I can't say for sure whether or not it's going to happen, but what I will say is I would love to see future iterations of the Juice Joint deck, maybe in blue, maybe a nice one in like gold for a special edition. I think that would have a really, really nice run on Kickstarter. So if you guys would be interested in that, definitely leave a comment down below and let's see if we can get Mike to do it. As well, today I'm announcing the winners of the OPC Snackers V2 giveaway. So I did leave the winner's name in the description, so check it out, see if it was you, and if it was, as always, get in contact with me and I will get your deck shipped out as quick as I can. Thank you to Mike and everybody over at Docs for all of your support and all the work that I've gotten to do for you guys. I look forward to doing much, much more. And with all that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.